Well, hello
Take it
everyone,
away.
all viewers, short and tall. I don't know where I'm going with this. We are the Grove Boys. So, my name is Logan. I'll let everyone else introduce themselves. Whoever
Okay,
I
wants
guys,
guess
to
I'll
I'm
go
go.
first.
Enrique.
My name's Connor. I'm gonna say I don't know. I know a lot about football. I specialize in hockey. Those are my two main topics. As far as baseball, basketball goes, these guys know a lot more than I do. But I'll be here for the comedic value.
I'm Morgan, and I probably will bring the most college football content knowledge to the Grove Boys, and I will get into some college basketball as well. The rest of them really get into the pro sports. That's not what I'm all about, but I will talk about it. I'm just glad we're getting something like this started.
Hi, guys. I'm Tony. I'm the big baseball guy in the group. I'm a toxic Dodgers fan, but I also know a little bit about football and stuff. So yeah.
All right. I mean, we can start with, the big thing going on right now, that being the Olympics. Just with everything that's going on there. Got hockey, USA Hockey, starting today. I was watching that earlier. It seemed like we were beating down on Latvia. I don't know what the score is right now, but it was
What is the
5 to
score?
1.
Here, I'll look up the score.
Nah, dude. There's like two or three. It's kind of like a wrestling match in the Olympics. I mean, especially when it comes to ice hockey. It's really the Czech Republic, Canada, and U.S. battling for the top spots. It looks like we beat Latvia 5-1 earlier today. What? But everybody else is just kind of there. Like they have some NHL stars on their roster, but none of them are really, I don't think at least, competitive with the top three big dogs.
I will say the whole story about like Italy going toe to toe with Sweden was like really cool though.
Yeah, no, that was sweet. I think Italy was supposed to get blown out in that game by multiple goals.
I did
Thought I
see.
saw something saying like their goalie had 46 saves through 46 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
That's you're
Yeah,
getting sold out by your defense. Like
they pretty much got carried by the goalie, to be honest with you.
Can he
I
have
don't
another game like that? Do you think? Like, can he
I don't
have a
know.
save a minute?
I have no idea. Do we know who the goalie was?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I mean, I honestly don't think it can happen again. I was looking at Italy's roster, and I don't remember seeing a single NHL name on there. At least not an active NHL player.
Damian Clara.
Okay,
I've
yeah,
never
that
That's his
heard of
sounds
him.
name.
right.
I may be
46 save performance against Sweden. 21-year-old. Oh, he's signed by the Ducks though in 2023.
Yeah, wasn't he just drafted recently?
He was signed by him in 2023.
In 2023.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, it
But he's
looks
not
like
currently playing for him.
I got the current standings right now. It looks like Switzerland and Germany also got a win today. And then obviously the US and Canada won. I'm not entirely sure how the rankings work and how it gets like broken down into the playoffs. I haven't dove deep into it. I feel like it changes every single Olympic Games. But it should be some best on best hockey, which is pretty exciting for the US team. Is this the year that US takes down Canada?
I mean, we gotta hope.
Who does the states have that could go up against the Canadians? Like, who?
I mean, they got the Kachuk brothers. So like
Okay.
you always have a chance when you have the Kachuk brothers.
Dylan Larkin.
Give me a break, man. Come on. If that guy's the
Bedard make the
savior,
team?
we're in trouble.
Did Bedard make the team? Is he on the Olympic team?
No, dude, Bedard got stuffed. All right, he got injured early in the year. He was at like a point and a half a night at one time, and he just didn't make the. It was between him and Celebrini, and Celebrini made the team because Celebrini kept playing really good hockey. The Sharks look like a legit team, which is good. It's good for them. They've been at the bottom of the league for a while now. So, plus the ice is like smaller, so it encourages like checking. The neutral zone is shrunk because they built the dimensions wrong on the ice. So, pretty much there's going to be a ton of big hits in the Olympic Games. So, Bedard would not fit in. Anyways, he'd probably get destroyed, to be honest with you.
That makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
isn't Nisa
That's what you
isn't
want.
Nisa doing pretty good for the Sharks too?
Oh, I don't even think he's playing, dude. To be honest with you, I think Michael
I thought he was
Misa is
doing
still
alright.
in the. He's still in the. The pipeline of prospects, but he should be a killer. For those of you that don't know, we are all from Saginaw, Michigan. Michael Misa played on the Saginaw Spirit. He got drafted by the San Jose Sharks last year, so we're all kind of cheering for him.
Watched that guy when he was like 17 years old playing against like men in hockey and was like the best guy on the ice.
Oh yeah. I mean, no,
Also,
the
shout out-
U.S. team.
Shout out Zane Perrick. I don't know how he's been doing recently, but I know he's in the NHL now with the Flames, if I'm not mistaken.
His career's over. He's with the
Actually?
Flames. His career's over.
Oh,
His
yeah,
career's
yeah.
over. He's with the Flames.
The U.S. team has a chance. I think it all lies on Connor Hellenbuck. If he decides to come back to form, I mean, he's having a rough year. But he's the goalie on the U.S. team, the main one at least. So if he can, have a dream run, the U.S. always have a chance. Plus, at the Four Nations last year, they only lost by a goal, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like it's, outrageously talent-wise different.
I don't think USA honestly has much to worry about when it comes to the goalie position in this year's Olympics, because even if Hellbuck does have a rather down performance, I was looking at the roster earlier. They seem to have a pretty decently stacked lineup of goalies.
No, they do. They 100% do. Yeah. So they can pull them. They have Jake Ottinger as the backup.
Yeah.
Who, played in the Four Nations last year and has been outstanding the whole year. So I think they just gave the nod to Houndbuck just because he did so well at the Four Nations last year. It was just the obvious, he has experience, so we're gonna put him in the position.
Is the U.S. is like Denmark a trap game for him at all? Because I'm looking in Denmark in last year's international tournament, they beat Canada. But would Canada have had all the good players, or would that have been during the off season of the NHL? How does that work? You guys have any idea?
So basically, last year when Denmark beat Canada, it was like the upset of the year. It was nuts. Canada was in a slump. That was recently after the U.S. beat up on them. So it might have been a trap game for Canada to just be like, hey, you know what? We're going against Denmark. Who really cares? As far as the trap game in, the Olympics, I don't think it'll happen because I think people are pretty fired up. Like you're playing in the Olympics, but anything could happen.
Yeah, I'm betting I'd say the United States have the highest chance to win.
What groups play each other in the semis?
I don't think it's decided yet. There's it's kind of weird the way it's broken down. I think there's 12 teams, and each of the 12 teams play 3 games, and then based off of stats and.
Well, it's like a group stage. I think it's like 3 or 4 groups of 4.
Yeah, and they all play each other in the round robin, and then I think the top 8 of those go on to a playoff.
Because
out
what
of
I would
the round robin.
hate, so like what I would hate is if it's like really down to US and Canada. I would hate for them to like play each other in like the quarters or the semis or something. Like that would be annoying. Like I would want that to be an Olympic
The
finals
final,
game
yeah. No, I kind
because
of get
like
that.
because like I think like it's something that's always kind of annoyed me just knowing it. So, oh, where'd you go, Connor?
I'm getting some light in my room. I feel like I was
Okay.
like super dark on camera.
It was looking pretty dark in there, not gonna lie.
So like one thing I've always like hated is, we love to talk about the Miracle on Ice. How much more would the Miracle on Ice have been if it wasn't in the semis?
That's what I was just thinking about with
You know what
the
I mean?
comparison.
Like,
Because, I kind of,
like an
obviously
angel.
I wasn't alive to like see it happen real time. So I kind of grew up thinking that the Miracle on Ice had happened in like the championship game, and that's why like the reaction to it was so big. But like come to find out years later that it's just because that was such a huge win
They were just a
for us
powerhouse.
that it basically was like a championship game. Like whoever won that game was going to go on win the gold.
Yeah.
So, but like
I don't know, man. I mean, either way, if they win, I'm happy. But like, it'd be cooler to beat the second best team in the final. Like, it'd be more of a hype win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, and I don't know how they're gonna do like semifinals, with there being 3 groups. I mean, with there being like 4 groups, it would be easy to just have one from each group in the semifinal. But clearly they can't do that.
I don't know. Is it just 3 groups?
It is, yeah.
That's it. 3 groups
wonder
before.
how they're. I wonder how they're gonna do that.
I did a little bit of research on the side here. Denmark's goalie is Freddie Anderson. So like he could stand on his head. He's known for like just taking over games. So there's a chance Denmark is competitive. But I just don't see it.
So moving on from like Olympic hockey, but like still related to international competition. Is anybody like excited for the World Baseball Classic this year?
No idea
No?
that was even a thing.
You know what? I've never heard of that. I'm gonna be honest.
It's like the World Cup for baseball, man. It's awesome. They had it in 2023, and the final ended up being Japan versus USA, and it was Shohei Ohtani pitching versus Mike Trout in the bottom of the 9th, and Shohei struck him out to win. And like that generated a lot of hype around the World Baseball Classic, and it hurt the pride of a lot of the American baseball players that Japan had won. So this year, like in it, like you have like Aaron Judge joined the team this year. Like he didn't play last time because like a lot of players with it being right before the season, they don't want to play and get hurt. But this year, it's like the Americans are coming in on a mission. It's like Judge, Skubal, Skeens, like.
Like I guess my question would be the baseball season's right around the corner, right? When does what do you call it? The MLB Classic?
The World Baseball Classic, the WBC.
World Baseball Classic. Yeah. When does this happen?
It's in March over like a 2 or 3 week period.
Do players usually opt out of this because it's so close to the season, or like, you know what I mean?
A lot of the time, what it turns into either players saying, "I don't want to play because I don't want to get hurt," or they want to play and their teams will tell them like, "You're not playing."
So it's not
because
really
the team doesn't want them to get
through best on best.
This year, it's looking like it's going to be.
But
it's looking like it's going to be because like the U.S. is the U.S. is primarily the country where people go like, nah, I don't want to get hurt. But like typically like your, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Japan, like those guys compete. Yeah. They're all playing. So this year it'll be really fun. I mean, you're talking like your starting pitching rotation for, oh wait, no, Shohei's not pitching. He's only batting in this one, which is like even crazier because when he just bats, he's insane. Like he almost won the Triple Crown when he was just batting.
He's still a monster.
Yeah, that was his like
United States just wiped the floor with anybody if they go all out. It'll just be like the
Yeah,
regular Olympics. So
man,
we
that's
have
like
our.
Aaron Judge, all that.
You
That's
don't think it'll
scary.
be
Like,
you don't think it'll be competitive like at all?
No.
I think it'll come down to Japan and the USA, and I think it'll be really competitive. But I think it's
Think about it this way: the last Olympics, the United States in cricket, a bunch of bums off the street. You know, like who even knows what cricket is? The United States, they go beat
a bunch of guys like
other
us.
countries
Like,
in
went out
national sport.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you wanna play cricket? Sure, man. How do I play?
No, man. I don't know. Like, I believe the U.S. will win as much as I'm a Dodgers fan, and that's basically the Japanese national team at this point. Like, I'm still rooting for the USA, but like, look, man, like Japan is really good. There's still a lot of really untapped talent there that people don't know. I think you're going to have a good amount of names come in, and you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know who that guy was. And then next
That's what
year,
I'm
2 years down the
saying.
road, you're going to
Like,
see him playing in the league. Like Munetaka Murakami, who just signed with the White Sox, like he was a huge bat in 2023 for Japan, and he just now signed. And like his performance in the World Baseball Classic was what basically got him to the MLB. So
I feel like
I don't know, man.
I feel like the US is very good at spotlighting talent. I feel like some of these other countries, there's a lot of talent out there that have not had their chance in the spotlight. That we just don't know about, you know?
Yeah. And another thing I'm excited for is I'm excited to see Paul Skeens play, like pitch in games that matter. Because let's face it, since he's been with the Pirates, it's been like they're not making the playoffs. It's whatever. That's a trash team. So like have the games he's pitched in really mattered. He's looked insane and good, but they haven't really mattered. So I'm excited to see him play in some, some pressure
Meaningful
situations where
baseball
like it
games.
really, really matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, some meaningful games. We know how Aaron Judge is going to perform. He's gonna choke. I don't think Aaron Judge is going to play well because anytime he's ever made the playoffs, he chokes.
He's not good under pressure at all.
Look, man, 2024 World Series. I'll just point to that. Dropped a ball in center field. That was a free catch.
Yeah.
I just feel like the USA has more depth, and maybe that's just me coming from an American perspective, because like you were saying, Tony, there's a lot of talent over in Japan that we just don't know about because it's not covered over here in America all that well. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like we have the stars, especially with those former opt-outs coming in and deciding to play, like Aaron Judge. So I feel like USA is going to step it up a level to the point where they do succeed finally.
Well, and I think they're more motivated, right? Like baseball is like the American sport. You know what I mean? Like it's still called America's game.
Is it?
It's 100%. 100% baseball still America's game. You should see viewership, pal. Go look it up.
Wait
But
a
like
minute.
not taking anything away from
minute.
football. Not taking anything away from football, but like
What
and
is the
I
most
think
watched sporting event of the year?
Football.
Is
The
it World
Super
Series?
Bowl.
the Super Bowl, but how much do they have going with that with commercials and the halftime show and
Okay. How many of you guys out there watch the Super Bowl for the commercials? Come on, Tony. They're
Not
watching it
recently.
for football. Come
I
on,
don't watch
Tony.
them specifically for the commercials, but that's like an extra reason to tune in. You know what I
Tony,
mean?
did you care about the two teams in the Super Bowl this year?
I really didn't give a crap about the two
Nobody
teams in the
did.
Super
They still
Bowl.
watched it.
I did not care. I guess my reasoning for the Super Bowl was like I was like, this is kind of interesting. Second year Pats QB. Where have we heard that before? Leading
I
into a
would
Super Bowl.
argue.
And then Sam Darnold, like I like that guy. I think he was great. It was cool to see him win. But like real quick, back to the baseball conversation. I think the big thing is, dude, I think more than anything, the Americans are super motivated. I think the players on the US team are extremely motivated this year compared to previous years. So it's going to be fun. I'll be watching every game.
Who else can run it? In like what other country you have like Venezuela, maybe
Yeah, I don't even know
Dominican
who's in it.
Republic. Who
Oh,
else?
like for good teams,
is
Venezuela and the
correct?
Dominican
Yeah.
Republic. Honestly, don't count out Korea. Korea's pretty good too. They got some really good talents over there also.
Correct
I
me if
mean,
I'm wrong. Doesn't Puerto Rico have some pretty good talent as well?
If Puerto Rico does.
Or are they? Do they not count? I guess because
Wouldn't
they
they
are a
play in the
U.S.
United States?
territory.
Yeah.
But I think Puerto Rico gets they might get their own team. Let me see. Teams in the WBC. Let's just look that up. Okay, so the teams are Canada, Colombia, Cuba. Cuba's a good one. Panama, Puerto Rico has a team. That's Pool A. My guess, Puerto Rico is going to win Pool A. Any disagreement on that? The only other one I can see competing is Cuba.
I don't know enough about baseball. I wish I
I mean,
did.
Canada will have Freddie Freeman, but Logan, do you think anybody else from that group?
I don't know. Like Connor was kind of saying, I feel like I don't know enough about the nationalities of MLB players. Like I know names, I know faces, I know talent. I don't know nationalities all that well.
Gotcha. Do you guys want me to run through the pools real quick and give you a quick opinion then?
Sure.
Where?
So yeah, I think that Canada, Colombia, Cuba, Panama, and Puerto Rico. I would take Puerto Rico. I can't count out Canada or Cuba though, but like my money would just be on Puerto Rico. Pool B is going to be Brazil, Great Britain, Italy, Mexico, and the U.S. It's Mexico or the United States, but my pick's the United States there. Mexico will be.
Who does Great Britain have?
You know what? Let me see their roster. Let's look at their roster.
There's not a single MLB player in the history of the MLB that was British.
Why are they
Okay.
even in it then? Like,
Okay, so let's
it should
see.
just be a throw.
Jack Anderson, Brendan and Tristan Beck. Yeah, they're not going to do good. They're just not going to do good.
That's it, dude. My money's on them. Who is this? Great Britain?
Great Britain. Lay the parlay now.
I'm about to go buy a jersey. Great Britain baseball.
Well, let me see, because I said this earlier, but I just want to make sure I had it right. Is he not playing this year? That's unfortunate. Freddie Freeman isn't playing in the World Baseball Classic. He always plays for Canada because his mom is from Canada, I think.
Why is he not playing?
I don't know why he's not playing. He's kind of starting to get old, so like he might just be like, you know what, I don't need to,
He probably also
go out there
feels
and do
that
that.
Canada doesn't have a realistic chance.
Hell no, they don't have a realistic chance.
Yeah, that might be it.
Okay, so Pool C. This okay. Importantly, this group is playing their pool games in Tokyo, Australia, Chinese Taipei, Chechnya, Japan, and Korea. That's Japan.
Japan's gonna dominate that one.
Japan's gonna. Korea's gonna give them the biggest fits, but Japan's gonna win. And then
What is Australia?
I don't know who Australia has. Let's look at the roster.
I mean, I feel like Czechya's got to be the most random selection there.
Dude, Chechnya had a bunch of. They were like basically like the U.S. cricket team of last World Baseball Classic.
Really?
They actually came in and were like beating.
I want to know who's going to be the worst. Is Great Britain like at the bottom?
Who's going to be the worst team in that group or in general?
Just no. You're like in general, like the biggest losers of this whole thing.
Well, we can keep running through. So we have in Pool D, we have Dominican Republic. They're going to be really good.
Yeah.
Israel, Netherlands, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. I'm going to say Netherlands or Israel. Like, who the hell? Like, what?
Yeah, Israel.
They're going to get destroyed.
Yeah, there's no way.
Israel's the big loser.
Do they have? Okay. So the rankings
I just looked
right
up,
now. This is crazy.
I just looked up Great Britain's jersey, and it's got to be. I wish you guys could see what I'm looking at. This has got to be the stupidest jersey I've ever seen. It just says Great Britain. It's cut down the middle. Like, it doesn't even look like a word. There's no logos. There's nothing.
Yeah, a lot of the teams do that. Like, the U.S. has had the same jersey for like a while. It's kind of boring.
I want to look this.
Oh gosh, it is horrible. That's
horrible.
It's terrible. Like, Great Britain's baseball jersey.
I can't bet on a team with that crappy of a jersey. Okay.
No, it's awful.
Wow.
Like, if you guys haven't seen it, look it up.
It's just like
that's horrible.
You know the default font that
Yeah,
Microsoft Word has.
it's like made. Yeah,
That shit is in Times New
Microsoft
Roman.
Word.
Like
Their jersey is about as bland as their food. My goodness.
that was good. That was good.
As Israel's isn't much better, to be honest.
I
They have
hope
a
I hope we
strike or
get
two.
fans one day doing this so they can just like get angry at Morgan for making fun of their food. 3-4 years down the road, some fan comes back and it's like, "What was this from episode 1?"
What'd you say about our food?
All right, so beyond the World Baseball Classic, what's next?
I mean, we were talking about the Super Bowl for a bit there earlier. I kind of want
I would
to.
love to get into football.
Oh
now.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to. I
I'd
want to
love
talk
to-
about some just like really, really early Super Bowl predictions that I've been having for next season. I mean, what are we feeling? No, Connor, I don't know.
You see me repping
I don't know.
Detroit, dude.
What does my heart
It's
say and what
gonna
does my mind
happen.
say? My heart says
No.
Detroit.
No, it's gonna happen. You guys gotta believe. I have things to back it up. Okay, sure, we don't have Taylor Decker anymore. Sure, Frank Ragnoff failed the physical. Sure, our offensive line's in shambles. Okay,
Can't Frank Ragnow still come back though? Like, can't he come
I
back
don't
this
think so.
season?
Like, would you come back if you were, on a beach? Yeah, I wouldn't come back personally, but
I'd be like,
I
a
really
few
do
more
believe
years.
the second year coordinators are going to pull it together. This is kind of it for Detroit, right? I don't want to say the window's closing. It's not. But as far as the coaching staff goes, this is Dan Campbell's what? He's going into year 6. Brad Holmes is going into year 6. This is it, dude. Like, if you don't make a push for a Super Bowl, if you don't get further than the NFC Championship game, you could be done. So, like, I could see,
that's a hot take.
big. You think so?
That's a hot take. I think they'll still
Dude,
keep him around.
they
I think if he has
fired
another bad
Caldwell.
season, I think if they have another no playoffs year, he's in the hot seat a little bit.
I think if they even make the playoffs and they don't win at least one game, he's gone.
I
I
think it
really
depends, man.
do.
Like, people want to talk about
That
like
would
them
be
losing
nuts.
to Washington when they had the first seed, but like it's situational. Like, what if they make the playoffs again, but like they're on a skeleton crew like they were this year, and they face a team that's not like they did?
But the NFL is so win now oriented. All right. So like look at all these coaches that have gotten fired. A third of the league's looking for head coaches. Some of these head coaches got fired after 1 year.
Some of those teams are stupid. Like the Ravens getting rid of John Harbaugh, that was so stupid. Like,
Well, and another stupid decision I wanted to point out was years ago when the Titans fired Mike Vrabel, and now look at him. He just made a Super Bowl.
yeah. I remember I was listening to Rich Eisen when Taylor Lewan was on, and that news broke. And Taylor Lewan, it was like right after he retired, and he was like, "That's a mistake." He's like, "That's such a mistake." Granted, I think Vrabel's getting a little bit of credit from the Patriots having the easiest schedule this year. Credit to the Patriots for making the Super Bowl.
But
look, man,
performed
they
in the
had a
playoffs.
cakewalk to get there. I
That's
mean,
why I'm-
AFC Championship game, they're playing against a backup in crappy weather.
Dude, we have an easy schedule next year. I'm telling you, we're gonna be
I
in
know,
the
fourth place
playoffs.
schedule, man. Guys don't have to play
We're
as hard.
gonna-
Guys won't get hurt as
We're
much.
gonna win the division.
That's
Y'all are
exactly why
sleeping
I
on the
think.
team.
That's
Yeah. Just think of it. They had a horrible year. They'll get a really bad schedule too. They'll make it. And I think Seattle will be right back there again.
Hey, they have a
Here's the
third place
problem.
schedule.
Here's the problem with those teams that are going to have an easy schedule, like the Chiefs, like the Lions. They're going to get too used to it, get too comfortable during the regular season, and then by the time they do make it to the playoffs, they're going to crumble because they have to play against actually decent teams.
So you guys
those
are a bunch of
teams-
I
haters.
disagree.
is what I'm
I
hearing.
disagree because those teams have played against great teams and had those close games. Like, that's experience that they already have. So I don't think they're going to come in and they're going to be like, oh, like we're the best team in the world, yada yada yada, and then sleep on teams.
The reason I think the Lions have a real shot next year is because I do think we're going to be aggressive this offseason. I've always preached this. I would rather us trade for a superstar and fail than be content with okay to good and never have a real chance of making it.
Speaking
Maxx
of trading
Crosby,
for superstars,
probably not. Probably not Maxx Crosby.
No, okay, but like, let's
Go
talk
get
about
your
Maxx
hope.
Crosby though. What would you be willing to see Detroit give up for Maxx Crosby? Because I've got some hot takes.
I have thought about this indefinitely all week at work. I think the price range average. I think we can score a deal if we gave him a first round pick, a second round pick, and maybe swapped like a third and fourth. So we gave up like a first, a second, a third, and they give us Maxx Crosby and a fourth. That
I think we got to
kind of
get.
sounds like the market.
I think we got to give them a player too, though. Is the issue?
We have
I
nobody.
think they're gonna
maybe
want
David
a
Montgomery. Like what?
But do they need Monty? They have Ashton Genty.
I mean, they don't. But what would be the other player?
Or do they want to do with Genty what we did with Gibbs, and they bring in someone like Monty to be like the mentor guy for a year, take the majority of the reps, and they eventually switch?
I don't know. The buzz in Detroit is that we're going to trade Montgomery and we're going to be active in free agency.
I think we should.
How do you win football games? How do you win the Super Bowl? Seattle has proved it again. You win it with a defense. Okay, you don't have to have the best quarterback. You don't have to have the best running back. You need a defense.
Yeah.
You might have to have the best kicker. The kicker probably should have won MVP, but yeah, that's a whole different topic.
Oh, and also for all of the losers that have talked about like, well, you can't win a Super Bowl without a scrambling quarterback. Sam Darnold literally just won.
Yeah, exactly.
And that guy like can't run either.
You need a defense, man, and it's like I don't.
And if you're telling me Lions fans who say that, sorry, you finish what you were saying, and then I'll.
We have a terrible pass rush, and we have a terrible cornerback room. Like awful. I don't know what the curse is in Detroit with cornerbacks, but I think for as long as I've been alive, I've not seen a good defensive team besides when Glover Queen was on the team in like 2014. But like it might be. We just lost Kirby Joseph. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
It's the turf. I mean, players have said this forever. It's the turf. That's not just like a Lions thing. Like that's a league-wide thing. Like it's turf. It's turf fields. Like I don't know. But no, what I was saying is like for those dummies that think you have to have a rushing quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Look at Sam Darnold. He just won. And then for Lions fans who say that, Sam Darnold just won. And if I have Sam Darnold or Jared Goff, who do you really want on your team?
Jared Goff.
Yeah, like I'm going to take Goff.
Yeah.
I think he's a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. Like 100%. Like he has the head-to-head with him.
Yep.
So
I don't know if you guys saw this headline earlier in the week, but Dan Skipper is set to come on the coaching staff and help out with the offensive line next year.
Well, he can't coach worse than he blocks, so.
Oh god! Sam Laporta's gonna be back next year. That'll be huge for morale and block. That guy can block. That guy can block.
Dude, hot take. Talk about players I wouldn't be incredible. Depending on what we got back for him, I wouldn't be like incredibly upset if they got traded. Sam Laporta, man. Like if he got traded for something like really, really good,
I
would hate to see him go. I would hate to see him go, but
I have a hot take for you about the Lions. Since we're on the Lions topic, hot take. This is it, dude. We need to trade Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's now or never.
Hell no!
Let's trade him. This was one of my talking points, dude. Let's get rid of him.
No.
Okay. Hear me out. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, right? But we have Jameson Williams, we have Jahmyr Gibbs, we have Sam Laporta, we have Tesla, who's coming into year number 2. Like, we cannot pay everybody. The Bengals paid 2 wide receivers, and they stink. Okay? If we can get rid of St. Brown for a superstar safety, and then we draft defensive players, I'd say we do it. That's just my take on it.
We don't need a safety, though, is the thing. We got Kirby
Who do we got?
And we got Brian Branch.
Kirby Joseph with knee cartilage?
That's one of the
He's
best
not gonna
safety
be
tandems
in
the league.
Dude, Kirby Joseph is never playing football again. Wake up, Logan. He's not
What
coming
do you
back.
mean? He's
He has
good.
cartilage
He's
in his.
very good.
He's good, but he has cartilage in his knee. Like you don't heal from
What I
that.
miss?
I'm just talking about how we need to trade Amon-Ra St. Brown for a safety, and Logan's like, "Oh, we have Kirby Joseph, the guy who's got
I-
cartilage in his knee that's never playing again."
Who
That's
do
a
we
Is he
put
really
horrible
in,
never
though?
take.
playing again?
Who do we put in, though,
That's a
as a
horrible
slot
take. What are you talking
receiver
about?
if we trade away Amon-Ra? Who do we have as a
Well, who
slot
do we
receiver?
got? We got Khalif Raymond. Tom Kennedy played okay last year. Tesla looks good, and we paid Jamison Williams. Those would be your top four. You can go out in the draft and get one to develop
Yeah.
if you really wanted to. And Laporta comes back.
Why?
You know, I could see.
J-Mo?
I could see. I was gonna say I could
The
see Khalif
one
Raymond being a
game-
hell of a slot merchant. Like,
Here's the thing: the one game that Amon-Ra Brown did not play was the Cowboys game this year. It forced Jared Goff to go through his reads instead of focusing only on Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that was one of Jared Goff's best games all season. When Amon-Ra's out there on third down, he only looks at Amon-Ra.
the bar was
How
low
many
for
points
good
per
games
game
from
did
Jared
Dallas
Goff
give up
this year.
last year, Tyler?
Yeah.
No.
A
And that's a
million.
horrible
It
defense too.
doesn't matter. Defense wins championships. Who's got a better offense, Seattle or Detroit?
Detroit.
Oh, Detroit,
Detroit.
100%.
Where did that get us?
I think Seattle
Where's
has
Seattle?
the better offensive player, but like, I mean,
Dude,
no, sure,
like
100%.
we need to trade away Amon-Ra. I think if it's a stock market graph, he's at his peak, and he's only going downhill from here. I don't see him getting any better. I think he's at his peak right now, and you can get a ton for him, a ton in trade value, especially for a team that wants to make that next push. That's my hot take on the Lions. I think we trade away Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Do you trade him to the Raiders for Maxx Crosby? Do you
Like
give
one
them a
for one-
weapon like that? Because
one
like
for
you're
one?
trading him and you're trading him out of your conference.
1-for-1, I think I would. To be honest with you, I don't think the Raiders would. I think we'd have to give away Amon-Ra in a second
I wouldn't mind
or
that though.
third.
I wouldn't mind that. I would hate to see Amon-Ra go because I love that guy and I think that guy like loves that team.
I don't know.
You know,
I think
but-
Amon-Ra is one of those pieces where it's like, how much impact does he really have versus how much does the city praise him? You know what I mean? Like, can Jamison Williams be the number one receiver? That's really the question you have to ask. I see two people shaking their head. Let's hear it, Morgan. Let's hear it.
I don't think JMO has a head on his shoulders at all. And just think of how many times Amon-Ra has bailed out Detroit, getting open on third down, and it's just we'd be punting or we'd be doing another of our stupid 4th and 10 punt on our own 20-yard lines and give up points to the other team. It would be just devastating. If anything, get rid of JMO. He
We
cannot
just hate
leave
the problem. We
No,
just
I want
paid-
them both. I want them both. Like,
You can't. The Bengals have tried this.
You can't get rid of JMO now because
Jamar
we paid
Chase.
him.
You can't. We paid both of them. You cannot have both receivers and a good defense.
Yeah.
that's why,
That's
like,
why we need to get rid of St. Brown, dude. I'm telling you.
you know,
It ain't
Morgan,
like
you
half-
said something about like
What did you say?
When would St. Brown's contract be up?
I think he signed until 2027.
Well, then we
Let me
can get rid
just-
of him.
Let me just fact check that.
you know, you said something about like how many times has he been the guy getting open on third down for us. I honestly, you know, who I think does that more for us that we were talking about trading? Sam Laporta. Sam
We're not
Laporta
trading
before he was
Laporta.
done this year. Sam Laporta, like before he got hurt this year, it wasn't Amon-Ra who was the guy on third down. It was Laporta.
Okay,
Like I also think if Laporta doesn't get hurt, the Lions make the playoffs.
so here's the
Yeah.
problem.
Right.
The problem is, if we got rid of St. Brown, we'd hit 27 million in cap hit, which we can't do. We'd hold him for this year or trade him away. He kind of has an out. He's on contract till 2028, but if we got rid of him or traded him away in 2028, we'd only have 15 million of cap hit.
See, this is why I hate salary caps. Is like it totally like just screws up teams' abilities to actually create better teams at times.
But I mean, it
That's what
also
makes the
hot
NFL
take
so
from a
good.
Dodgers fan. Hot
It
take from a
keeps
Dodgers fan,
teams
but
from building super teams.
Yeah, yeah,
And
100%.
as an NBA fan, I hate seeing super teams. I hated
no,
seeing
true.
the Warriors back when they had Steph, KD, Prime Clay, Prime Draymond. I hated that. So I'd especially hate to see it in the NFL.
That's
why the
true. That's
NFL
true.
can't.
And I think it's harder for the NFL to create parity than it is, or no, sorry, it's the NFL can create. I don't know, man. Like the NFL creates parity by scheduling, right? Like it's not like basketball and baseball and hockey where every team plays every other team during the season. You know, like football, you have 17 games. There's or 12 teams you don't play, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I get why the NFL has a salary cap. They're never going to get rid of it. Like, the owners would never agree to get rid of it because they just pocket all the extra profit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I guess I don't know.
So just just food for thought here. The front runners for the Super Bowl next year. I guess I give you like the top 5 or whatever. It's going to be Seattle is number 1, the Rams are number 2, Baltimore's number 3, Buffalo's number 4, Green Bay is number 5.
Green Bay is a bullshit take. I am so sick of Green Bay being up there every people's
The
rankings
Chargers are
and them
behind Green
being
Bay.
ass.
The Lions are 8th on this list. The
I love
Chargers
Matt
and then
LaFleur,
the
but
Eagles.
no.
I cannot believe that Baltimore's that high.
I
Baltimore's
can't believe
3rd on the list.
I would
that
put the
Buffalo's
Chargers
that
above
high.
Green Bay.
Say that one more
Yeah.
time, Tony.
I would put the Chargers in that at 5 instead of Green Bay.
Mhm.
I would put the Chargers there. Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, and that's where I
he's
was kind of
really
going to go
dumb.
with that. It was like, I don't see teams that I have in the Super Bowl next year. Chargers and 49ers. And you didn't list either of those in that top 5 there, Connor. And that
I don't know if
shocks
I
me,
put
quite frankly.
49ers in there, but
I can see how
New England is sitting at number 10, and then
where they should be.
49ers are number 11.
That's true.
I would put
49ers
for
are
top
behind
5.
the Lions. In the NFC, the Lions, Philly, and Green Bay are all above the 49ers.
That's crazy that they didn't have Chicago in there. After
Yeah, I
the
was
season
wondering-
Chicago
Chicago's
just had, by
down,
the way.
dude. Chicago's down. Let me see where they're at.
But Chicago had like a 4th place schedule too, I guess. So, they were just kind of the
15.
NFC's version of New England.
Middle of the
I would say
pack.
that top 5. I would say that top 5, 100%. I think you have to put LA at number 1 over Seattle. I don't think LA is going to get worse. I think LA is going to be more motivated. Like, I think their defense cannot get worse. Like, they're still going to have Devontae Adams. They're still going to have Puka Nacua. Like,
But then, do those
they have
guys
the
take a
MVP.
step back? Is the question. Have those
Devontae
guys
Adams.
hit their peak?
We
Devontae
thought the
Adams
same
is-
thing about the Lions when they were really good when they had their 15-win season. They were like, "Oh, if the
Yeah.
defense gets better, we'll be in the Super Bowl." Well, it got even worse.
Because
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be a Los Angeles Ram next year. They're going to put him over the top.
I think Devontae Adams is going to take a step back, but I think his taking a step back is going to naturally see Puka pick up the slack. They also have that Parkinson kid at tight end who's like really good too. So that they have one of the best receiving cores in the league. I
How do you
think.
guys feel about the Colts?
I never know what to think about them. Is
The
it
Colts
Danny
are-
Dimes? Is it Anthony Richardson this year? Like,
I mean,
I wanted them to be good. I felt like I was watching the NFL 15 years ago with the Colts being good and the Patriots being good, but
they
like,
were like world beaters for a minute there.
yeah, dude, Danny Dimes. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Career revival, man.
But I feel like even when he does come back, he's not going to be the same player that he was at the beginning
No,
of this past season.
No.
Like, because I feel like now that we've seen a really good Danny Dimes, or at least a good Daniel Jones scenario. Teams are going to know how to work around that, how to play against that.
And they've seen it before.
Yeah. I don't know. I do want to go back though to what Tony was talking about Parkinson. I find it funny how you call him a really good tight end and say that the Rams should be ahead of the Seahawks when the Seahawks have a better tight end than Parkinson in AJ Barner.
Yeah, but like that game doesn't just come down to the tight end. Like AJ Barner is great. Like I'm not criticizing AJ Barner. He's great. Like I think Parkinson also like he takes a step forward this year too, though. Like that was just my opinion. I think he's going to be better. Like I think his stepping up and then Puka increasing the share is going to offset Devontae Adams because like Devontae Adams isn't going to have a season like he just had again next year. But they have the pieces to make sure it doesn't matter. And you got Corum and Kyron Williams. Like that offense
Corum
is
doesn't
insane.
impress me. That might be a hot take, but Corum does not impress me as a running back too.
I think Corum is great in the like again if we're to compare to Lions, right? Like I think Kyron Williams is great in that Jahmyr Gibbs role now, and Blake Corum is great in that David Montgomery role. He can come in and give you solid reps to give Kyron Williams a break and let his legs recharge, and then you throw Kyron Williams right back out there. So, just my opinion, but I'm also like a Michigan homer, so I want Blake Corum to be great. So,
I mean, I do too, man.
Kenneth Walker just got MVP.
Michigan State legend. I have nightmares about Kenneth Walker in 2021. God.
Yeah, I remember that game. He scored like 3 times.
Guess who was there?
5 touchdowns?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Hey, I gotta say, Michigan's claim to fame from that year is Michigan State's is they beat Michigan and Ohio State didn't.
Yeah.
Ohio State. What a joke.
But I think Michigan State got the brakes beat off of by Ohio State like the week before that game.
It was a couple weeks after, and Kenneth Walker got hurt like on the first possession, so he was.
That was it. Yeah. That was your guys' only hope.
The defense was awful for Michigan State that year, and you guys, Michigan scored a ton of points on them. The defense was just bad. The only reason why that Michigan State team was good is because they could run the ball and keep the other team's offense off the field.
Right. Sure. Limit possessions for the other team.
Yep.
So what else do we have to talk about? Oh, the Pistons. The Pistons fight.
Pistons, yeah. I guess have y'all seen anything about that? About that fight with the
wow,
Hornets?
they know how to party in Detroit, huh?
I was waiting for it. But yeah, no, they recently just handed out the suspensions for that. So for anyone who doesn't know, Pistons and Hornets were playing each other the other night. Moussa Diabate,
I wish we could show that clip.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the rules are.
On the Hornets, fouled Jalen Duren, and it was a pretty hard foul. Duren didn't take too lightly to it, and quickly the two of them were in each other's faces. Duren takes his hand, shoves.
He mushed him. He mushed him in the face.
Yeah, like right in the side of his face, and that got Diabate like really hot. He started like charging at him, and Duren kept like backing away, which honestly, as much as I don't want to blame Duren in that scenario, because when a guy is coming at you really hot like that and clearly really angry, he has the ability to just knock your lights out, right? But like for Duren to be the one to start that fight from a physical standpoint, at least, maybe not a verbal standpoint, and then just be backing away from it. I don't really. That's the one thing that gets on my nerves when it comes to fights in sports.
Let me watch the clip.
I saw pictures and it makes me think Bad Boys.
Dude, it was awesome. I was like, Detroit.
But then what? Miles Bridges comes in and takes a swing at Duran. And then Isaiah
Yeah,
Stewart,
so let me
who was on
look
the
at the clip.
bench. Isaiah Stewart,
What
who
do
was on
what
the
do you guys
bench,
think of the?
comes flying in and just starts like pummeling Miles Bridges.
So
Now,
here,
do you think he
dude,
should have got 7 games?
I am surprised Beef Stew did not get more games. This is like
You
his
think so?
4th or 5th suspension for fighting. He was the one. Do you remember a couple years ago, like the fight in Detroit with LeBron? It was Beef Stew who wanted to beat the shit out of LeBron James.
Yeah.
Was like chasing him around the court. It's like, dude, I'm looking at the clip. So like, dude? I don't know if like it wasn't like Jalen Dern back down. It was like, first off, like Diabate or whatever that loser's name is, like he was more aggressive with the whole confrontation at the start. Like he fouled Duran, and you could see Duran didn't square up to him till like that guy clearly was trying to, be like, "Oh, I fouled you," like talk trash. And then Duran being like, "Get out of my face!" Like, did he need to do that? No. Like, would that normally just be a technical? Sure, and the game would be left at that. But like, the thing that I hate about Duran getting suspended, if he does that in any game to any player, right? And the guy doesn't come after him physically, he just gets a technical and then they call it. But because this guy blew his top from that after he clearly wanted that, he wanted a confrontation. Like Duran's got to get suspended. And also with your like backing up, like looking at the clip, it's like he gets shoved and everything. Like he stands there, but then like was it Miles Bridges like takes a swing at him right away, and he's got like 2 or 3 players coming after him. I don't blame him for backing up. The whole fight he's backing up, but he's throwing punches back. Like I don't blame him. Beef Stew coming off the bench was hilarious. He had ice on his knees and everything.
Yeah. Beef Stew doing what Beef Stew does. But yeah, no, I think he should have got more than 7 games for that. Just punching aside, you don't come off the bench and try to
That was
start something.
Right.
And I saw this TikTok kind of like making a skit out of the whole situation. And the guy was acting as Adam Silver. I forget the guy's name, otherwise I'd give credit to him. But he was basically saying like Jalen Duran, yeah, sure, two-game suspension. Diabate, let's give him 4 games. And the same for Miles Bridges. Isaiah Stewart, I want him suspended for the entire season.
You can't do that though.
Right, and it pans to like what's supposed to be a different character, kind of like as Adam Silver's advisor, being like, I don't know, man, think about the ratings. And then Adam Silver's like, oh, yeah, the ratings. We'll give him 7 games.
Well, I think Adam Silver, I think he just had a hard time because like the Pistons are a team that realistically could win a championship this year. So do you want to suspend this guy for the rest of the season because he ran on the court because his teammate, who I guess like they look at each other as like brothers, like they're very close, because his teammate was getting ganged up on by multiple guys from the other team, like multiple guys. He deserved a suspension, but I love what Beef Stew did, man. Like I think that as a teammate, I would want that guy to be like, no, I'm going to protect you. You know what I mean? Like I got a lot of respect for him. I think it's great. That dude would do anything for his teammates. But he did deserve the suspension. I thought 10 games would have been appropriate.
Yeah, 10 games, maybe like 12. Might have been like the upper limit. I've been seeing comparisons come out since this fight of Isaiah Stewart to Draymond Green. And, I was talking to someone earlier today actually about that sort of comparison. And it's not really fair because Draymond is just a dirty player. He he doesn't
Saginaw
do
legend
this.
Draymond, by the way.
Yeah, he doesn't really do it to like stand up for himself or his teammates. He kind of just fouls hard to foul hard and just be aggressive. When Isaiah Stewart does it, it is always either in his own defense or in his teammates' defense.
Yes.
And that's what I like about him. And that's why
Well,
I
his thing with
think a
LeBron, it's because he
7-game
got elbowed in the
suspension.
mouth.
What's that?
Like LeBron elbowed him in the face.
Yeah.
Like
He's
Yeah.
never
LeBron was
really
playing
he's
kind of
never
dirty
really
and elbowed him
known
in the face. Like,
he's never really known for starting stuff, but he will get in there and defend himself or a teammate.
Yeah.
yeah, he ain't gonna start it, but he's gonna finish it. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
he's the kind of guy your parents like raise you to be. Don't start the fight, but if someone starts a fight, be that guy. You know, like.
Yeah.
Now, what does this mean for the Pistons? Who's next up on the roster? Who's taking over their spot?
Reed, and played
Is
great.
that Paul
Played
Reed?
great.
Paul Reed
Yeah.
has been, they just played the Raptors. I think that was last night. And the Raptors are a competent team this season. Like, easily in playoff conversations. Honestly, maybe even title conversations, depending on, if they can remain healthy. But Paul Reed, I think it was 22 points he put up against the Raptors last night. And for a third string guy to be doing that against a
That's
really
pretty
solid
good.
team is insanely good.
Right.
And that's what I really love about the Pistons in general, is that they just have crazy good depth.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite players this season has been Dennis Jenkins, who has been the embodiment of next guy up when it comes to the Pistons.
Well, it's can your bench do meaningful things with the minutes they have?
That's it.
Like,
Right.
especially with how many games they've had Cade sit out and Duran sit out, and they're still winning. Like,
Right.
that's your team. That's your team to beat in the Eastern Conference, because they're not going to sit out like that in the playoffs. Like,
Right. It was 1 or 2 games earlier this season where our entire starting lineup, except for Duncan Robinson, was out. And all those guys that had to come in to fill those injured spots stepped up big time. Every single one of them. I mean, Dennis Jenkins, Paul Reed, Javonte Green. I mean, it's insane. Isaiah Stewart, when he has to step up.
oh, yeah, I think I know why they suspended him only 7 games, though. One of the reasons is because if he gets suspended those 7 games, but he plays every game for the rest of the season, he can be on like on an all defensive team, and he's like on track to do that. So I think they only suspended him to 7 to not take away his opportunity to win like all defensive team honors.
That seems legit. That's cool if that's the reason they did that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
What about Michigan State?
Another thing I
sorry.
want to add about the suspensions that I'm actually really happy about. Jalen Duren is still going to be able to play in the All-Star game.
That's cool. I thought that was cool. Like, he was like, the guy got in his face. I mean, it was a little bit of 50-50, but like, he got hard fouled when the guy decided to get into his face. Like, what do you expect him to do?
Mm-hmm.
Hockey, you would get in a little fight with the guy or a shoving match and nothing would happen.
Or they'd let you fight and then you'd sit 5 minutes in the box and then
yeah,
it's
you'd
over.
just both be out for a few minutes to cool down. Like, yeah.
Mm.
Bringing the penalty box for NBA.
Yeah, right.
What'd you say? Yeah, penalty box for
there.
NBA. Guys could just fist fight out on the court.
Can you
Oh my
imagine?
God.
They
Another
give
thing
you
I do
like
want
a
to talk
boxing helmet.
about here is we were talking about Moussa Diabate, who is a former Michigan basketball guy. Michigan basketball has been playing exceptionally well. Like, that team has looked crazy good this season.
Number 1 team in the country, maybe? Like,
I don't
They
know.
should
Arizona
be.
just lost. Arizona just
Yeah.
lost, so they might
did,
get.
but it was only by 4 to a top 10 ranked team. And
You never know, man.
Michigan's loss was against an unranked Wisconsin.
That was a conference
Wisconsin's
game.
good, though.
Did Arizona lose to a conference opponent though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Michigan's definitely the best college basketball team in the country, and that's coming from a Michigan State fan. They're scary, and you guys can attest to that. I put in our group chat that they'll probably win it all this year, and I hate it. It's not good, but they're an amazing team.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you can beat Michigan
sign the
State,
checkbooks to get the good players.
whenever you can beat Michigan State on Tom Izzo's birthday, it's a win. You know it's going to be a good year.
That was kind of funny. Like, happy birthday, Tom. I don't get me wrong. I love Tom Izzo. Iron Mountain legend. Like,
Yeah.
Tom Izzo's awesome. I still hate his team.
That was such a
Who
fun
did they
team to
lose?
watch. The MSU State. Oh man, it was beautiful.
Who
I
did
think-
Michigan basketball lose to?
Wisconsin.
I see. Okay.
And
Yeah.
Wisconsin's
It was a-
not a bad team. They're in the top quarter of the Big Ten right now, so you can't be saying it's a bad loss either. It's a
Yeah.
that's a good team. Wisconsin
So who
always
do you
has a
guys-
good team.
Because I've seen this debate going around right now. Who do you think is the better coach, Tom Izzo or Dusty May?
Tom Izzo.
It's Tom
we're
Izzo
looking
for
at
sure.
career,
I don't
then
even think it's
Tom Izzo.
That's what I
Yeah.
tell people. It depends on if you're looking right now. I think Dusty May. I think Dusty May is coaching better than Tom Izzo right now. But
No, you gotta look at
take
big
a player
picture.
take him in their career, Tom Izzo. It's not even going to be matched by Dusty
Tom
May. I
Izzo
don't
might
think.
die during a Michigan State basketball game. He might have a heart attack after.
That'd be a
just
great
'cause
way to
he's
go.
So into it, because he's so
That would-
into it
Gosh, yeah.
that he just has a heart attack right on the court. Like that could speak for itself. That
That'd be
he
horrible.
is, Well, I know, but like he's just so into the program that like it could happen.
Tom Izzo's better than Dusty May this year.
Yeah.
Think of who does Michigan State have? They were projected to be like middle of the pack, Big Ten. Okay, every year they have nobody, and yet they overperform. Dusty May, Michigan, they signed the big checks, bring all these guys in NIL, and
That's what you get
It's
from
not
having a
even
very
a good
successful alumni base. No, I would say I would. It's hard. I'd say Tom
It's not
Izzo is
even a
probably.
discussion.
I would say if you're just taking just pure like I need this guy to come coach a team and only just coach a team, I'm going to take Tom Izzo. But the current climate of NCAA sports and how important it is to recruit and everything else like that, I think Dusty May is more equipped. Okay, how about this? Tom Izzo's the better coach. Dusty May is more equipped to succeed.
Yeah, because he buys players.
It's
Because
it's not
he
even the
coaches
NIL stuff. It's the
What do you mean
my
he's more
gosh.
equipped to succeed?
if you're going to tell me basketball school, where do you want to go? Do you want to go play for the legend Tom Izzo or Dusty May?
All right, man. It goes back to
I'm
the
a Michigan
baseball
guy, but I would go
conversation.
play at MSU.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
But
would
it doesn't
too.
matter.
but
That doesn't matter anymore.
It's not a basketball. It's not who do you want to play for. It's this one's giving me $6 million. I'm going there.
True.
Going back
That's
to the
just how it
better
is. And
coach-
there's no loyalty.
Going back to the better coach conversation, I think what you have to do when you're having those sort of conversations is look at the players that they have. And I think, looking at MSU right now, you look at guys like Jeremy Fears, Cohen Carr. Those guys, we barely know who they are if they are coached by 95% of other college basketball coaches right now. You take guys like Yaxel Lindeborg, Morez Johnson, even like Elliot Cadeau. Those guys are still going to be studs on pretty much any other team. that they play for, any other coach that they play for. So for that reason, I have to say that Tom Izzo, even still right now, is a better coach than Dusty May.
I
Okay.
think that's a really good point.
No, I'm willing to like lose this debate and like be on the losing side of this one. Like it's fine. Like
That is
college
not
basketball
like
isn't
you,
my
Tony.
thing anyway. But like, I think there's an interesting conversation to be had right now about it. But
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh man, how fun!
Tony, you're growing soft, man.
what do you mean I'm going soft?
Usually you'd be all up and up. Like back in the dorm, you'd be like running around. You have your hand motions going. Be like, what?
I think you're confusing my general conversations with people with my conversations with another guy who used to come and hang out at the dorm.
Oh, dude, that's
goodness.
like everybody.
I'm talking about Bobby, bro. Like
Come on, man.
the king of rage bait. I'm easy to rage bait though, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, circle back to baseball. You got some big news, right, Logan?
Yeah. Justin Verlander, Mr. JV, coming back to the Detroit Tigers.
Oh my god, let's go!
It's
He
gotta
must be
play up again.
retiring soon.
Hey man, what
He
can I
must
say?
be.
Yeah, no, he's definitely retiring soon.
Yeah.
The fact that they signed him to a 1 year, it's gonna be his last. But
Did you
I
guys see
am-
his thing today at spring training?
No, I didn't.
They introduced him at spring training and everything. One of the things I watched it. So again, I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm still going to root for the Tigers. They're in the American League. My team's in the National League. I'd be super depressed if they played each other in a World Series and also not all at the same time, right? But like, I'll cheer for him. He said today in his press conference, it was something like along the lines of not winning a World Series in Detroit when he was with them before is like his biggest regret he's had in his career. Like he said, like he before last season was even done, he was planning on coming back to Detroit if he could, which explains why it took him so long to sign this year.
I don't think Detroit's gonna be. I think we'll be slightly better than last year, but I really don't think we have a chance.
Dude, they're going to be much better than last year, man. Framber Valdez, their starting five rotation has a combined 3.76 ERA.
Yeah, but we're gonna lose games 1-0. Who's gonna hit the ball?
They'll sign some bats, Connor. I
I hope
guarantee it.
so.
They're,
I
they're
really
going
Bats are
all
left
in.
to sign. What bats are left to sign is the issue. My thing is, if they're on a run and it looks like all they need is bats with this team to make it to the World Series, does Chris Ilitch give the money out to Skubal before the season's done to negotiate a contract with Skubal? Does he just give him what he wants?
I think if
That
he's
makes
smart,
it so
he would.
complicated. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I just don't. I don't think we have the firepower on offense. Like you can have the greatest pitchers, the league ever has. Like Skubal is arguably. I'm not gonna say the best pitcher in the league, but top 3 for sure. Like
He's the best pitcher in the league right now. He's the best pitcher in the league. I think Paul Skeens is also really good, but Paul Skeens throws really hard. Like that's his big thing right now.
You can't
That's
win if you don't
unsustainable.
score, man. That was the problem last year. I mean, we got
I think he'll be
hot.
fine.
Yeah, we'll
Riley
make
Green
the
will play
playoffs.
well. Torque will play well. Glaber Torres will play well. Like
Carpenter
Torque's
will play
gotten
well.
better. Torque's been getting better. Like they're going to be fine. Worst case scenario, and this would be crazy because this is a trade thing as a Dodgers fan I've seen floated around. So one of the things I've seen is the potential that the Dodgers trade with the Tigers to get Tarek Skubal before the deadline. But the Dodgers would end up giving them right now, apparently the package is, if it happened, would be Roki Sasaki, pretty good Japanese pitcher, right? He had an off year in his rookie year, but he's going to be fine. Zaire Hope, who's like the number one prospect who's going to be playing in the MLB this year. The Dodgers are actively trying to trade him because they don't have room for him on the roster. So they just want to get stuff for him. Josue De Paula, like there's like 2 or 3 more guys. But like what you would lose in pitching on that trade with Tarek Skubal, I think you would gain more in the bats that are available for the Dodgers to trade. And that would be like a true win-win. But it would be weird to see Tarek Skubal leave Detroit already.
Ugh.
Well,
Man.
I don't know. I do want to go back to Justin Verlander for a second because that signing does look a lot better now with recent news that has come out. Because apparently, as I just found out earlier today, Reese Olson is going to be out for the entire season.
Yeah, that kid's overrated.
Maybe
We
slightly,
watched him.
but
We
he's got
watched him choke in the
promise.
playoffs. We watched him choke in the playoffs 2 years ago, and then now he's like, what? He's going to be that kid who's hit by the injury bug. He's overrated. Get rid of him while you can. My advice.
Okay,
I
but
don't know
then
enough
do
about him.
you think Casey Mize is more promising than Reese Olson?
I think. Here's my argument. Your ceiling on Reese Olson is higher than with Casey Mize, but your floor is much lower with Reese Olson than it is with Casey Mize. With Casey Mize, it's a lot easier to be like, this is what we're going to get with Casey Mize. Like, does that make sense?
That's fair.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
You know, it's
You know
Casey
what you're
Mize is going to be
getting
more
with him.
consistent.
I just feel
He's
like
got
I trust Hinch's managing enough to get Reese Olson to that ceiling point.
maybe I don't have respect for AJ Hinch. Full disclosure, I hate AJ Hinch with a fiery passion. That man
He was
cheated to
better
win a
than
World
our
Series and beat my Dodgers. So like, I hate that guy.
yeah.
Yeah. But like, look, man, I don't know. Like that starting rotation is going to average a 3.76 ERA, 159 innings pitched between each of them. This is projected. Their average projected walks plus hits per inning pitched is 1.2. That's just over 1 base runner per inning, which is absurd. This is one of the best starting pitching rotations I've seen in a long time.
It'll be fun. If you like long pitching battles, watch the Tigers in 2026.
That was the Tigers 15 years ago. Like,
I know
Dude,
it was
that
good.
is-
but they had Cabrera, but they also had like Brennan Bosch and Ryan Rayburn. Like, what the hell?
Always take the under. Always take the under.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a couple games where we just get, bullpen days where we just get absolutely destroyed. But
The big thing I think that's going to help Detroit is the walks plus hits per inning pitched, limiting the amount of base runners. With how home run centric the league is right now, I think like just limit the base runners, make them solo shots.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then as long as their batters can have good quality at bats, like, look, man, people are talking about like they don't think the Tigers are going to win the World Series. They were 1 good inning away from beating the Mariners, who were 1 good inning away from beating the Blue Jays, who were 1 good inning away from beating the Dodgers. Think of how close the Tigers realistically came to winning, like playing and winning in a World Series last year.
that is true.
Like,
The only
It's true.
starting pitcher that worries me for the Tigers is Flaherty because he walks so much.
Oh my God, Flaherty
much.
can kick rock. I'm gonna be honest.
He gets
Oh, he's
strikeouts.
fine.
He pitches too much and walks too much, and it's frustrating.
Hey,
I just
don't
think
disrespect that guy. We got him on loan from you guys 2 years ago. Like,
You want him back?
Yeah.
nah, I'm
right,
good.
like
I mean,
he
he's a good
takes like 2
strikeout
innings.
pitcher, but oh man, he walks so much. And then
Once he
the
gets
one
in the
game
groove.
he gives up a game.
He only had a 1.2 whip last year.
Once
Really,
he
so,
once
like,
he gets
really
in
with
a
Flaherty,
groove,
what it is when
he's
things
good.
are going bad, they get really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's
has
a boomer
most of the
bust.
time- Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get from him during the day, but that Hinch to be like, okay, bad day for him, get him out of there as fast as possible. They have the relievers.
Maybe he
Hey,
can.
you guys have Charlie Hanson. Like,
Maybe he can bat, dude. Maybe he's just being utilized wrong.
Right?
What? Maybe we can get some kind of return for him.
I don't know. Flaherty's he's good. I feel like it's too bad Reese Olson's hurt because he would have been a great utility bullpen guy. But
Right.
then probably paid him too much to be that. But
He would have started.
I think our biggest need right now is a closer. Canley's
Really?
not the guy. Canley sucks. And
Kenley Jansen's fine. Can we look at his baseball
well, but
records?
think about it this way, Logan. Think about it this
Dodger
way.
bias, but
You don't really need an amazing closer until maybe the trade deadline because the AL Central is horrible.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean the
It's
Tigers
not
can win the
even-
AL Central. That division
It's not
is
even a-
garbage. So let me see in spending because the Tigers are in the top 10 for spending now. By the way,
I guess I'm just scarred from games that we've thrown away late in the game.
That is true. That is true.
That's all I
So-
can really focus on.
looking
Yeah.
at it, the Tigers
They
are
are.
number 10 in payroll right now going into this year. The closest team behind them that's in their division is the Royals at
Really?
20. And the
Wow.
Royals are spending 146 million
Wow.
and the Tigers are spending 207. So
What
the
is
Tigers
the
are
league
spending
minimum?
60 league minimum for payroll.
Contract. League minimum contract.
I don't know what the league minimum contract is. There's no salary floor in baseball though.
They can pay me to be the closer for $800K or whatever the minimum.
Hey, you give me $1,000 a game and I'll play.
I don't think I'd be very good, but
500K
I wouldn't
and a
cost very
can of
much.
Pringles.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm cheap, man. I'm out there.
But look, man, like that puts the Tigers where they need to be because in the last 25 years, the average payroll rank for World Series champions was like 9.2. So that puts the Tigers right about where they want to be. That puts them at that average for World Series champions. So they've got a shot. I mean, I'm not saying money wins it, but like if you're going to look at it through the lens of money, like a lot of like I think casual fans like to do with baseball because there's no cap, like the Tigers are right where they need to be. Well, realistically, you'd want them higher, but like for a minimum, they're where they need to be.
See, that's the
they're not-
exact
they're not
problem,
like
though. That's
they're not like the Rockies or I don't know, the Marlins.
that's kind of the problem, though, because like you get pushback for Detroit not spending money and going to get these big name players, and the pushback is, oh, we're 10th, we're doing fine, which kind of kills me. It's like we're fine with being, oh, we're a playoff team, oh, we're good enough, and it's like the Dodgers aren't fine with good enough. It's either win the World Series or the year's a wasted year.
Or the
Yeah,
city
or
of
bust.
LA goes up in flames.
Yeah,
Listen, they
I mean,
win or
it's
they win
already
or
up
lose.
in
That city
flames.
goes up in
Right.
flames
Right.
anyway. So
It's
like,
already up in flames.
no, dude, I would say, listen, man, coming from a Dodgers fan, some of us have had conversations about a salary cap in baseball and everything. I think it's stupid. I think it's something that doesn't need to happen until you make sure that like some of these other teams at the bottom are spending. I also don't think like a salary cap is going to happen because like I don't think the Players Association is going to allow the owners to do that. Like I think the players are going to look at the owners and say, "Hey, we can deal with a lockout. They're on contract. They're getting paid regardless." You know what I mean? Those owners are who's going to lose money. And I hate when fans say like, "Oh, it's greedy players." Oh, it's greedy players. It's greedy players. They just want the money. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what those owners want too. Like that's why this whole thing is an argument. They're both fighting over the same thing. But I do think there is some credence to if you want to win, you got to spend. And I think the Tigers and Chris Ilitch are doing that now. I've been I've been very critical of Chris Ilitch over the years because he hasn't spent. But looking at it now, man, I think he might have just been waiting till he's got everything in place to go on a run. And then now he looks like all of a sudden he wants to spend.
Time will tell.
You know,
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
dude. And for Tigers fans, I hope the Tigers are successful. I want them to be successful. Like I said, I would love and hate it if the Dodgers and Tigers played in the World Series. Because if the
I
Dodgers
want the
won, I'd have to be
Dodgers to go
toxic to you guys, and if the
fucking
Dodgers lost, you guys would have to be toxic to me. But
I want the Dodgers to go up in flames. I want to be on here 5 months from now.
listen, man, you need a bad guy.
What went
You need a
wrong?
bad guy.
That's
The
it.
real bad guy's the Yankees.
You know what? I love that. I love that. The Dodgers aren't the bad guys yet. But no, dude, it's fans who complain about the pay in the MLB. It's like, realize it's an imperfect system that has been around for 100 years, and all of a sudden now it's a problem that we need to change. Like all of a sudden now we need a salary cap.
I feel like
Like-
it's always been a problem. It's just I didn't personally. I have not been into baseball enough to know that it's been a problem. I always thought the Tigers were just, they were an average team. They were pretty good when we were growing up. I mean, they made the World Series with the Giants, but
Well, naturally, you have to spend more to win more. I think we can all agree that that's a concept that makes sense. Pay more for better players to win. Like that's not, it's the same concept in like if you're running a company, like I'm going to pay this guy more money to work for me so that like he doesn't go work for another rival company, right? Like the issue in baseball, I think more so is fans, casual fans look at the teams at the bottom. They look at the Marlins. They look at the Pirates. They look at Tampa Bay. They look at who else on this list? I have a whole thing set up
the
for it.
Rockies.
Minnesota.
the
Twins?
Rockies and the White Sox and the Twins, and they see them at the bottom every year, and they're like, "Oh, well, there's no parity in the MLB because these teams are in the bottom at the end of every single season." And it's like, well, they're at the bottom because they're not spending. It's because the owners just look at it as, money. Like, what was it? The Marlins profited something like $90 million. Like they pocketed not 90 million. They pocketed like 80 or 90% of their profit last year. You know what the Dodgers did? They put in like 90% of that profit back into the team. Like the Dodgers, it's weird because the Dodgers ownership group, I don't even think they care about making money off of it. I think they just want to be the most successful owners in the MLB. So they don't care if they're not making a ton of money.
Which is kind of the way it should be if you're trying to build a dynasty.
Yeah, like they just today re-signed Kike Hernandez, who's not like an all-star guy, but he's a great player in October. For some reason, the playoffs come around and he's good. And he's like a guy that has been there for all these World Series, and he's super loyal to the team. Like they want those guys.
I just don't get it, man. Like you get to a certain point where it's like, okay, if you have $10 million, like how different is 10 million from 20 million to 100 million? Like the number's different, sure, but like as an owner, you know what I mean? I mean, it's easy for me to sit here and say because $10 million is a ridiculous amount of money, but if I have 10 million and no championship, like I would rather have 0 and 100 championships. You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at it.
Well, the more you win, the more butts you're going to put in seats and the more money you're going to make anyway. You got to spend money to make money too.
Right.
And for teams in the American League right now, like, listen, in the National League, I get it. You have the Dodgers, you have the Mets. Those teams are the two highest spending teams in baseball. But in the American League, man, you don't have a ton of competition in spending. You have the Blue Jays and the Yankees. You have the Blue Jays and the Yankees. I think the Blue Jays are ranked 5th. But past that, like, you could realistically like spend more money and win more and make a deeper playoff run and get your fans more excited, because you're playing in a league that honestly, in my opinion, is less competitive because they're spending less money. Like, sorry to go off on a tangent there.
Do you guys watch the UFC at all?
Yeah, I get into UFC a little bit.
I don't
MMA?
too much.
Yeah. I got a quick topic about the UFC and mixed martial arts in general. Since you guys don't watch it, I won't get into the nitty gritty. But like, I recently watched kind of like a documentary of this guy that he got like the best trainer he could, the best dietitian he could for 90 days. And he dedicated his life to, he signed up for a mixed martial arts fight, an amateur fight, against some guy that was training his entire life, for the sport. And he had 90 days with the best coaching, dietitian, everything he needed to get prepared for this fight. And the goal was to just survive all 3 rounds. And he ended up actually knocking the guy out and winning the fight. And it got me thinking, it's like, do you guys think like you could do that? Like, thoughts aside, like I would never do that. I would never put myself in that situation. But I think it's a pretty cool story.
Could I do an amateur MMA fight and
Could
possibly
you win?
And possibly win? Yes, I could do an amateur MMA fight and possibly win. But don't make me fight those guys in the pros. Like, I'll fight some Joe Schmo that, like me, that's doing an amateur fight. I could win,
Like the whole goal of the documentary was like to like do something like out of your comfort zone. So he's like, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna sign up for this amateur fight, and we're gonna see how it goes. And if I get knocked out, whatever, right?
How funny
Like,
would it have been if he'd have got knocked out in 10 seconds, though? Like,
the full intention was to just survive the 3 rounds. Just come out and be like, you know what, I did something incredible, right? I think I would get knocked out in 10 seconds, Tony, to be honest with you. I don't think I would. I don't think I'd do very well.
yeah, I'm a bigger guy. I'm in a big weight class. Those punches would really friggin' hurt. I'm not.
I think I'd
nimble,
get hit by one. I'd be too aggressive, and then they would simply step out of the way, and I'd get sucker punched, and it'd be over. Like
Some Mike Tyson quote. Have you ever heard it? Where he's like, "Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the effing face."
yeah. Morgan, what do you think, man? Do you think 90 days is long enough?
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to. Depends on how well you train, but you just also have to be mentally there. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be stupid enough to do it. Those guys are crazy.
This guy was just like a normal guy, like a corporate 9 to 5. Like he took I'm pretty sure he worked for BuzzFeed. The BuzzFeed let him take like 3 months off, and basically he just dedicated his life to this boxing match. And I just thought it was a really cool story. I wanted to bring it up.
I mean, your body can do amazing things. It's just how much are you going to push it? You'd have to have like a Rocky sort of training mentality.
Yeah. No, it was pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen the video, you should go watch it. It's entertainment.
I don't think I would have the dedication. I don't think I could do it.
Just saw this, boys.
Brother, what happened?
There we go.
Ole Miss QB Trinidad Chambliss has been granted a 6th season of eligibility by a Mississippi State court judge, clearing the way for him to play in 2026.
What's he going to be?
NCAA can appeal the decision.
This is ridiculous. How old is he going to be?
I kind of figured that was going to happen, though.
He'd be like 25. But, like, you got to remember, like, his... It got to be like 29, 28, 29, or even older.
Dude, like,
here's
so
the
let's
thing about,
think about it. Like,
no, but here's the thing about Trinidad Chambliss, though. You got to remember, this guy came from D2. Like, he came from Ferris State and then played 1 year in Division 1. I think he wants to play that second year to develop and everything. I don't blame him. Like, I think his case is specific in the fact that, like, he hasn't played all those years in Division 1. He's played Division 2 and then just transferred and earned the starting job this year. And he wasn't even the starter at the beginning of the season. Plus, also, as a Lions fan, that gives us one more year to look at Jared Goff and be like, if we need to move on. And if we need to move on, Trinidad Chambliss.
I was really disappointed that he wasn't going to declare for the draft this year because we can use a backup. And a guy just to like sit behind Goff for 1 year before
and that's why,
if necessary.
Him sitting behind Goff would be good because all the things that he needs to improve on are what Goff is really good at.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the perfect guy for him to sit behind and learn. I don't think the Lions will get him. I don't think they will. I think he's going to have another electric year.
I think that's why I was a big Anthony Richardson guy. I think they really do have something in that guy. But if Anthony Richardson ended up in Detroit, and he got to sit behind Jared Goff, I think he'd be really good. I just don't think he's being mentored very well in Indy
I
right
think
now.
I think
Richardson went to the league too fast.
Yeah, he was thrown to the wolves.
Yeah, he went to the league too
Yeah.
fast. He did it to himself, but like it was way too quick for him.
So I just looked this up. Villanova University has a punter that is 33 years old who's still playing.
That's crazy.
He's the oldest active college football player this season.
With a lot of the special teams players like that, they can just walk on and then start school. So maybe he decided, hey, I don't like being, I don't know this guy's story, but with special teams, you can get some really old guys playing.
It says he's pursuing his third college degree.
Yeah.
So there's still hope for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be a field goal
You could be
kicker.
a walk-on punter, dude.
Time's ticking
Villanova,
though,
that's
Tony.
too.
Hey, if you need a
Time's
punter, that can also make the tackle, I'm your guy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Is
All
there
right.
anything to talk about? Because there is like one reef closing segment that I was planning on it.
I don't have anything else we need to talk about. I got to use my little
Shoot,
soundboard
man.
breaking news thing. I'm happy about that.
I was about to say I gotta get wrapping up soon. I hate to cut it short, but if you got a closing
Right.
segment, go for it.
I'll make
Go
it
for
quick.
it.
I'll make it quick. Athlete of the week, and I haven't picked out, is Ilya Malinin. And I thought about giving it to someone from the Super Bowl, like Jason Myers, Kenneth Walker, but I mean, man, when I saw it, Ilya Malinin do that backflip on ice, I lost my mind, man.
That was cool. Did you guys see the clip of the one dude? I forget what sport, but he won an Olympic medal, and they were like, "How do you feel?" And his immediate response was, "This has been the worst week of my life." We're like, "Why has it been the worst week of my life?" And he's like, I was dating the love of my life, and then I made the decision to cheat on her, and she broke up with me, and now she's all I can think about while I'm here." And they're like, "Well, enjoy your medal." Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, dude! I wouldn't say that in public.
No, not
Like,
on
oh
live
my
TV.
god. Dude,
Right.
the world is about to
literally.
see that, dude. No, but that was cool. That backflip and everything, that was awesome. That's so sick.
Yeah. No, so I just wanted to give him a shout out.
I like that.
I'm
Athlete of the
trying
week. I
to
like that.
I'm
We
trying
gotta
to
keep doing
think.
that.
Trying to think. Do you guys have an athlete of the week? Like, does anything come to mind for you, Tony or Morgan?
Jeremy Fears Jr., MSU basketball. Man's a legend. Carrying Michigan State basketball. Love watching.
It's not an athlete of the week, but it's like I just want to highlight for this guy how awesome it was for him again. Like, but Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl, like how awesome is that for that guy?
That's a great
The
story.
comeback story.
Like, yeah.
Phenomenal.
I think.
I'm so glad he's out of Minnesota, though. I'm so glad they didn't bring him back.
Correct me if
That'd
I'm
been bad.
wrong, but I think he's the first quarterback in history to win 14 games in back-to-back seasons with two separate teams and then cap it off with a Super Bowl. I don't think
He's gotta
anybody's
be.
done that before.
He's got to be. I mean, and that team's going to be good next year.
Yep.
Now, that team isn't necessarily good because of him. Like, he's not a game changer quarterback like a Brady or Lamar or Patrick Mahomes. But like, he's a guy who I don't mean this insultingly. He's like a Trent Dilfer. I can come in and I can do my job as quarterback. I ain't going to be particularly flashy or particularly amazing, but I'm going to do my job. Like, yeah, no, that's awesome. It's easy when you got JSN though. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, Connor. Do you got an athlete of the week that you want
Dude,
to shout out?
I'm really trying to think of one. I can't think of anything right now.
honorable mention that goalie from Italy.
I think
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to give it to team. I don't think it's gonna have to be an athlete. I think the women U.S. hockey team is dominating
Yes,
everybody.
They
else.
are.
I
They
don't.
keep getting
I
yeah.
don't know how competitive women's hockey is, but I was watching it the other day, and they just look so put together. It's crazy.
They've been
Yep.
incredible.
Do the girls fight in hockey too? Like, do they have fights
No,
in
and
women's hockey?
I was looking it up while I was watching it if they're allowed to hit because it kind of looks like they are, and they are allowed to hit, and it is entertaining, dude. I'm telling you. Like, if you guys haven't watched any of the Olympics, go watch women's ice hockey.
Cool.
It sounds bad, but like it's actually really entertaining.
All right. Anyone want to close it out?
Yeah, I can recap what we talked about real quick if there's one
Yeah.
last thing you guys want to say about it. I wrote it all down. But we started with of course the Winter Olympics in hockey, mostly men's hockey. And we moved to the World Baseball Championship, which is 2026 this year, right, Tony?
Yeah. Yep, in March. Couple
Yep.
weeks.
Oh, that'll be good. And then the Super Bowl, we covered that for a while. Moved on to the Lions, of course, because we just can't not talk about the Lions whenever NFL's brought up, which divulged into an amazing fight with the Pistons and the Hornets. Looked like bad boy-esque basketball. It was beautiful. Love seeing those pictures. I actually pulled up a video on my phone while you guys were watching or talking about it. It was hilarious.
Detroit basketball!
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Then we kind of transitioned to college basketball, which naturally led us to talk about Michigan State and Scum, University of Michigan basketball, of course. Unfortunately, Michigan is a heck of a lot better this year. We moved on to Justin Verlander returning home to the Tigers. It was beautiful. When I saw that, it was nostalgia majorly. And I think he'll
Tears
be
to
a
my
good
eyes.
Yeah. You guys honestly think he'll probably contribute? He'll be a great starter, or is he going to be a liability?
He'll be a meaningful contribution to the team.
Okay.
Mhm.
'Cause I feel like there'll be some
There's
games.
some hot takes like
Yeah.
he's going to play better than Skubal. That's not going to happen. He's just not there. But he's going to be a really meaningful contributor. Now, do they pick up Scherzer? That'd be exciting. But
They probably don't have the paychecks for that, but I feel like JV will be like a boomer bust sort of guy sometimes, but I know he'll be able to give us more innings than Scuba will when he's playing well, because that's just he's built that way.
He can't be any worse than Flaherty. That's the way I see it.
is it just shit on Flaherty season? Like,
No, I just don't. I just don't.
Flaherty's still good though.
Hey,
it's just
how many World Series rings does
just like-
Flaherty have? He has one. How many World Series rings does the rest of your team have? Wait, I can't
Listen,
say
man.
that. Justin Verlander just joined the roster.
He takes like
I can't say that. Never mind. Stupid
he
take.
takes
Stupid
2
take.
or 3 innings to like warm up. And in baseball, if you have 2 or 3 bad innings, like that can just derail the whole game. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
But once he's in a groove, he's okay.
Yeah. So after the JV talk, we talked a little bit about salary cap. And of course, Tony, he has his great opinions on that. I'm pretty neutral about that, but and we ended with some UFC talk, and then we all gave an athlete of the week. I do like that idea. We should probably keep that up with an athlete of the week.
Athlete of the week would be good. A game of the week would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could even start with that too.
Right.
Get the gears going. I don't know what you think about that.
No, that's a good idea. I like that.
That sounds like a cool idea. Yeah.
That's like a good icebreaker, and then we can all divulge from there.
How funny is it going to be for people to watch this down the road and just like be like, "Oh man, they were really brainstorming while they were doing this."
Yeah.
I can't
2
wait.
years, it's all well put together. They look at this.
I can't wait for
this is
Amon
shit
Ra
show.
to get traded. I'm gonna point back to this. It's gonna happen, dude.
I hope it doesn't, but I hope it doesn't.
Oh, I've sure had a lot of fun tonight. We'll have to keep ourselves honest and keep doing this.
Yeah.
At least
sure.
once a week.
We'll have to
Yeah.
figure out some joint thing that we can do together one of these times when we get together. So for people
Yep.
watching, those who don't know, we all live relatively like far away from each other now, but we all were roommates at college. So
Dude, we can do. We
shout
can
out
do
Saginaw
a lot.
Valley State University.
We can do a lot. I mean, it can be something as simple as we just all get together and go to like a Red Wings game, or just
Mhm.
vlog some of it, whatever, right? Put together little clips. I mean, spring training for football, the tickets are free. It's in Allen Park, like that would be cool.
Dodgers versus Tigers in August.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot we can do.
Those tickets are got to be getting expensive with the players that are on those rosters.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll figure it out though. There's a lot going on.
All right.
Good.
Well, if we're all good,
All right.
I'll go ahead and end
Yeah,
the
this was a
record.
lot of fun,
Thank y'all
guys.
thank y'all for watching
Tune
/
in.
listening. Yeah. I'll see
Good.
you all next time.